this is Naresh. So today we will write our first program in Appium, and for that I have already created a blank class which name is mobile first. So what we have to do now that we know that in test.ng it provides us certain tags so that we can write our test, or if you want to perform something before our test get run, we will try to use those tags. And for that, what we need to do first, as I have told you in the previous section, we should have a test.ng installed. So that's mean the plugin of test.ng should be installed, and we should have a jar file. So let me show you the jar file. So if you go right click on this project and go to properties, okay, Java build path, and in the Java build path, I have given the jar files which I've downloaded earlier. So one is this JSON, which is JSON, and another is Java Client 6.1, which I have downloaded from the Appium site, okay, which I have told you in the earlier section that you have to install this client binding, okay, and you have to also make sure that you put a test.ng jar here if you have not installed the plugin, but you have installed the plugin that will take care of that. Okay, so what you need to do once you are in this blank class, you can give before class, because I want something to be done before my class is instantiated. Okay, wait, all right. So here I can give public void setup. I want this class to run once. Okay, so because the before class is in test.ng, I need to import that. Okay, so I'm just waiting for that error message to come up. It's just freezing for a while. And then I will import test.ng so that I can give certain item. You know that at the rate before method and at the rate before class are used, so that this can be done one time. So I'm doing it so that this setup can be done one time before my class get run. So if you remember in one of my video where I have explained you about Selenium Grid, I have told you that we have to define certain capabilities. Okay, the same way we have to define certain capabilities here, and we have to also instantiate our driver. So what we will do here, we will instantiate our driver outside the method. So it would be so that everyone can access that. So it would be public and then Android driver, and then its name would be driver. Okay, so the same way, if you remember, in Selenium we give a web driver, that is for web. Here we will give Android driver. Okay, and if it tells you to import something, we have to import that, so that all the jar files and all the class files, you can see here apm io.apm.java client android. So that's the reason it is coming up, because we have already have that jar file into our build path. Okay, so just click on that, and now we can move forward with our next program. So here we have already given the driver, and now you have to set the desired capability. So what you can do, you can give desired capabilities. Okay, desired capabilities equal to new desired capabilities. Okay, so this is the way we are trying to define an object of desired capabilities. Okay, and if it gives an error, then again we have to import the desired capability, and we have to set certain capability. So I have already set it once in one of my program, so I will just copy from there, but for you, as will be your first time, you have to type it. Okay, so if I go to this my Appium first program, these are the desired capabilities. Okay, and these are the other line of code for this program. So let me just copy everything from here, because this is done only once, we don't have to do it again and again, so we can just put it here. Okay, So let me just explain you what exactly the desired capabilities are. So once you instantiate your object for desired capabilities, you have to set the capability. So this object dot set capability, and then in the bracket you have to give a mobile capability type dot device name. Okay, and then you have to give a device name. You can give any name here, like your Android or something, or you can just give the device ID. If you remember, in the command prompt I have told you how to get the device ID. So if you're in C drive, let me just go. Okay, if you're typing ADB devices, so it shows you that whatever devices are connected right now. Okay, so you can just copy these IDs. It's always better if you give some unique identification of our ID, because it might possible that at one time, we have two or three Android phones connected to our computer. So we have to make sure on which device ID we want to run. Okay, or might be there are some virtual devices which you have configured in your Android Studio, and those are also coming up here. So we need to give some unique identification. So it's better that we give this original ID of the device in the device name, or you can give any name here. Okay, after that you have to give a platform name. So you have to give Android or iOS here. If you're Because right now we are running our program in Android, so I will type Android here. Okay, and then you have to type platform version. See, you don't have to remember these, because as soon as you type mobile capability type dot, it will show you this. It will show you all these things. So just choose device name from here, give the device name. Choose platform name, you can give Android. Okay, and then choose platform version, then you have to give a device version. So what you have to do, if you see your device, if you go in settings, okay, I'm going to settings. Something else has opened. Okay. If you go to settings and if you go to about phone, okay, go to software information. Here you can see your device version. See, this is Android version 7.0, right? Here. So you have to give your device version here. All right. Then you have to give a browser name, because right now the program which we are writing, we are not running that on the browser, but we are running on the actual device, and we are running on the actual APK, on the actual app. So you have to just give, a blank, nothing there. Okay. Then the other is the mobile app. What you have to do, you have to give a path of your APK. So this is the APK which is installed on my C drive, where I've shown you sample app master here, in the folder here, right? So this is the APK, right? So you have to give a path here. All right, you have to give complete path here for the APK. Okay, and after that there are four more capability. One is app package, another is app activity. Okay, so what this app package and app activity do? So if you see your device, as I told you that there is one more software which you need to install, that is app info. So what I have done, I have installed the app info. This is the software. You can just get that into the Play Store also. So if you go to Play Store, if you say app info, okay, so this is the app info. You can just install that. So I have already installed it, showing me open. So this is the app info. What this app info do? So all the applications which are installed on your computer, sometime show you the ads, so just close the ads, because it's a free software. So whatever application you have, you can see the details of that. So my application name was Cell Android, right? So see, this is my application, and it shows me all the details of my application. Okay, and if I click on this icon and then go to view mainfest file, so if you see here, it shows me like different things here. For example, it says mainfest and then Android. Okay, we don't have to do anything with that. All right, nothing for that. It says version name of app, so that is okay. Package. So see here, it says the package name is io.cellandroid.test app. Okay, and if you see here, one of my, I have to give app package, that is io.cellandroid.test app. So this is the package which I need to write here in app package. And then it says app activity. So we will see something here as app activity also. So we have gone through package. Okay, and Okay, so if you see here, there's a tag given called activity, right? Under application. So if you open application, okay, I think screen is not open. Uh, okay, why is there? All right. So see, we have already given the app package which was showing io.android.test app. Okay, see this one. Okay, and now if you go to this activity, this one, it will show you all the activity. Okay, so if you click on this, all right, it says the activity name. See, under application, the first activity which we have, it's dot home screen activity. Okay, dots home screen activity, which is the first activity under application. So you have to give dot home screen activity here also. All right. Once you have given, there are two more capabilities which we need to give, that is no reset and full reset. We have done no reset as true and full reset is false. What is the benefit of this? Because see, I don't want that my application to get uninstalled as soon as my tests get over, because by default Appium uninstall the application and then it take time every time to install the application, run one test, uninstall it, install it. It do automatically, but it take time. So I have done that so that my applications doesn't get uninstalled and installed again and again. Okay, so these are the capability which you need to give, and after that, the same way you have initialized the grid, the same way you have to write a code something like this also. Okay, so we have written public Android driver, so you have to give driver equal to new Android driver, and under that you have to give new URL, and you have to give the URL here. So don't worry about this URL, I will let you know what it is. So you have to give a URL here, and then comma, you have to give the object of capabilities which we have given here. And after that, I have just written that implicit wait, that is driver.manage or timeout.implicit wait for my elements. Okay, and how this URL comes up? So once you install the Appium, okay, so this is the Appium icon. Let me just wait. So once you install the Appium, by default, it opens up on this URL. Okay, so this is the URL which I need to give for my Appium. All right, let me just start it again. I'm closing it. Okay, so this is my Appium. So once you install the Appium, you open up, it will show you this window. You have to just click on Start Server. Okay, and once you click on Start Server, this is the default 127.0.0.1. This is the default, a server address which you can give, and you can give a port number of 4723. Okay, it says port 74723 here, so you can give port here, and after that WD, which is for WebDriver, and HUB, that is for hub. Let me see. Okay, it says to add through declaration. Let's do that. Exception. Okay, and this is all setup which you need to do. So if you want, you can maybe take a screenshot and later on just try to do it by yourself. All right. Okay, so once it is done, what we need to do, we have to write our test, because still we have not written our test, right? So what we can do here, I can type test. As you know, for in TestNG, I need to give test. See, if you have not familiar with TestNG, you can just look into my TestNG playlist. There's a different playlist I have created for TestNG, where I've explained you everything, in detail how you can do. So I have given public void test case 1. So what I need to do, if you see here, let me show you my mobile. See, let me go back. Okay. So if you see here, this APK, what I want to do, this is a text box. I want to type something here. Okay. So I'm just, doing one operation right now. Later on, we will do some more operation. So if I want to type something here, in Selenium, we use a send keys. Same command we use in Appium also, because Appium is extending Selenium. Are you getting my point? Appium is extending Selenium. So all those commands, if you have remembered for Selenium, you can use that in Appium also. Basically, when you're working on mobile, if you know Selenium in and out, you can say 70% of the Appium you already know. Yes, that is correct. So if you know selenium, only 30% of the things which you have to remember in Appium. Otherwise, everything remains the same as selenium. Okay, so you have to use the send keys onto this text box, but how to find a locator for that? So the different way for finding a locator in mobile as compared to web. So there is something which is called UI automator. Okay, through that we can find an element. So let me open the command prompt. Okay, let me type UI automator. Okay, it is not able to recognize it. Maybe some issue with the path which I have set. So what I will do, I will try to just open it manually. So I can go to my Android folder. Okay, and then SDK, and here I can go to tools. Okay, it's not in tools. Build tools, not here also. Platform tools. Let me see, just give me a minute. I'm just trying to search where's my tools bin UI automator.bat. I have clicked on that. So let's wait till the time it open the UI automator viewer.bat. So this is a batch file and it will try to open the UI automator in front of you, and that UI automator will help us to find an element, okay, on this application. All right. Okay, see, this is the UI automator window. What you have to do, you have to just click on this icon. Okay, device screenshot. So it will take a screenshot of the device which is attached to your computer. Okay, see, this is a screenshot of my device. If you see here, this is something which is open, right? This is something which is open on my device, and it took a screenshot here at the left hand side. So let me just minimize this. This is screenshot. So if you just move your mouse pointer and click here, it will show you all the properties of that. So if you see here, if I move my mouse pointer here, it says that here, it says index is 3. It resource ID is this one, which is a package name slash ID. Okay, its class is this. So if you know that in Selenium, I can use any one of them so that I can, do something on this locator. So the same way I will do, here on my PC also now. Okay, so you know that how do we do in Selenium? It's driver dot find element. Wait, huh? Okay, Argin, Arglass. So we have to see driver dot find element, and in the XPath, you remember we do by dot ID or by dot XPath. So it's the same things you can apply here also. Okay, so I will do find element. Okay, okay, and here I will do by, because I have ID, so I will just type by dot ID. All right, and here I need to give the ID. So what ID I need to give? I can get it from a UI automator. So if I go here, it was the ID. See, in Selenium, when you say the resource ID, that includes your package name and your ID both. So you have to copy everything from here. You cannot just copy this one. So copy with the package name. Okay. So under by.id, I need to copy everything. And what I need to do after that, I need to type something. So dot send keys. All right. And after sending the keys, after this method, I want to type Naresh here. Okay. So this is the simple program. Why it's giving us the error? Let's see. Maybe the import we are not done. Yes. So we have to import stng. All right. So what we have done here, we are trying to, type something here. Now let's try to run this program. We will just open our this phone so that we can know it's happening correctly or not. Okay, run as test ng test, and let me open this. Okay, so let's see. It's trying to run. Okay, it's so that's mean something has happened on our mobile, right? It tries to open Appium settings. So see, it has opened the application for us, and it has opened the keypad. See, can you see that? It has typed on the text box. So the way we do our coding on Selenium to do the things, the same way driver.findElement and giving the ID, we can perform the same thing on our Appium also. So there is no big difference between Selenium and Appium. Once you're confident with the Selenium tutorial, you can just go through the playlist of my Selenium. I think 75 plus videos are there. So just go through the Selenium. Once you are confident with those videos, after that it's not a big deal to learn Appium. You have to just set certain desired capabilities like you do in Grid, and after that you have to just write normal test case, which you do. And of course, right now, we are writing everything raw here. We are hard coding everything here. But in normal scenarios, you do not hard code like this. You have to, modularize it. You have to give this locator somewhere in property file or other things. So we can do later on. But right now, why I'm not doing that? Because I don't want to confuse you. I just want to show you how simply you can write some lines so that you can Selenium scripts can work. And later on, we can modular it also. So that's not a big deal. All right. So congratulations. So that was your first program in Appium. So I hope that this will help you to understand better for the next program which we run on Appium. All right. Thank you.